Victor, we welcome you to the show.
Happy to be here.
What exactly was the moment?
I went through all the stages because I was the trader, I was developing EAs, I was managing some kind of like fund.
The network, actually. You had the proper network.
Network of developers, I would say like this,
Right.
guys.
This is your first time in India, I believe, right?
Yes, my first time in India. And I really love India. The food, it's just amazing.
Food is always amazing in India.
Yeah. I really love this proverb that Steve Jobs told once that we are not hiring, people
Yes.
to tell them what to do. We would
Right.
like them to tell us what to do.
What to do? There is a saying in the market: 90% of the trader fails.
There are different traders, so of course, like someone can lose, someone can win, and we have lots of success stories as well.
One of the most common things that you've noticed that, this is a very common mistake people make.
Regarding investors, in my opinion, they need to be.
Alright guys, welcome to the Traders Talk Show. My name is Yash Verma and he is Arnav Panchal. And we are here today to actually discuss very cool stuff. We are here, we welcome Mr. Victor from Poland. He's the CEO of Valetax and we will be actually discussing a lot of questions of how exactly did he end up into the world of finance, what is his thoughts and what exactly does what exactly is the future of Valetax and how they are growing in India and globally as well. Victor, we welcome you to the show.
Happy to be here. Hello, guys.
Hello. Hello, guys. So everybody has this question every time you guys texted me. You also want to open your own brokerage firm, how brokers earns. So today we have the OG with us who gonna help us, who gonna clear your doubts, who gonna tell us what are the major things, how broker earns, how broker make money, how to enter in the world of finance and brokerage. So Victor, what's the initial spark you saw to come into this finance industry and brokerage?
Okay, so my story started many, many years ago, more than 20 years ago to be precise. I believe I just entered the university, and one day I found some interesting ad about the trading. I believe the majority of people came into the world of finance somehow through some brokerage ads. So I deposited my account and started trading, as I believe all of you guys. And then I was like magnified by the market, how the price was moving. I was really glued to the charts, and I don't know, I just realized from the very first moment that this is this. And I really loved the process. I loved like watching the charts, how everything is moving. And since then, it's already more than 20 years. I'm looking at the charts every day still. Before that I was trading. Now, of course, like I don't have time to trade. But I'm still like have a hobby of like, doing some EAs. So it was always with me, and it's still right now. But again, like it just happened somehow. I didn't want to do this, but yeah, I just tried and loved it. So.
Okay, so like you mentioned that it was early in the stage when you actually saw the charts and then you started trading. But the journey from being a trader, from learning how to trade to learning how to understand the charts, and then now that you're CEO of the company, what exactly was the moment, wherein you thought that, maybe I should go for the brokerage firm or maybe I should join a firm? Because a lot of people, when they're in the trading industry, it's not everybody thinks to, get into the brokerage firm business. So what was exactly the pivotal moment wherein you thought that, maybe yes, I should join a brokerage firm, or, this is the right time for me to actually step up, and now that you're at the position. So what exactly was the moment?
Well, I believe, quite interesting story, because I went through all the stages because I was the trader, I was developing EAs, I was managing some kind of like fund, I was selling signals, I developed myself system through which we've been distributing the signals from signal providers to clients, even before Zulu Trade appeared on the market. I'm not sure that nowadays guys even know what is Zulu trade because it's already kind of old. I'm kind of like, veteran of this industry. So I even traded, how I like to tell, like even on MT3. So I saw even that terminal. So then I was like involved in the hedge fund activities. There I was working in the trading desk department. I was the dealer. I've been analyzing the traders. So I went through, I believe, all the possible positions. And when I collected lots of experience, I gained this experience. I earned this experience through different tough situations in which I was. And then I believe the pivotal moment was when I realized that I excelled my bosses with who I used to work before. So I realized that, okay, I know more. I try to get more information. And it wasn't any kind of interest to, work under their guidance because they didn't know what to do. I was always telling them what to do. And then I simply was open for the opportunity. And when you're open for the opportunity, in my opinion, things start to happen. That's why you should be always open. You should
Start
always
walking.
try to be accepting something that world can give to you. So then I met my partners with who we matched ideally because I was always doing the risk thing, like organizing the processes, developing the things. And my partners, they're more from the like selling part. They know how to deal with IBs. They have lots of experience with that. So our skills matched, and we decided, okay, this is the moment when we need to start our own company. And as long as we know exactly how it should be done, let's do it our own way. And that's how we started Valetax.
That's actually like actually a good way that you explain this, because so this in my opinion, this is like sort of the warrior mentality, and wherein that okay, I have to fight probably to move ahead in my life. I'm already self motivated enough that I can take my own decisions. But finding the right people, as you mentioned, that you found the right people who have the experience, or probably they have the network, or they have the connections, or maybe they know how to exactly cross question, again, I'm like across the table. So being in the trading industry, I think that's one of the most important things, finding the right partner, and then starting off. That's actually
Yes, I agree. I don't believe that anyone can do everything on his own.
absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely.
So you always need to have the partner. We need to have someone with who you can split the tasks because there are so many things happening when you do the brokerage.
So basically, you just living the dream of every trader, because every trader just want to make money and then open their own brokerage firm.
Well, yeah, of course it can be the thing, but again, I gained this experience. Look, it took me like around 20 years from just opening the trade. And my first account, I made really good money on my first account. Big profit. I never thought about opening the brokerage back then because I didn't know anything. And frankly speaking, the more I was going, the more I was realizing how tough it is.
Yes.
So, but slowly, like I got to the point, okay, I see how the companies are doing this. I see the issues, the gaps, which somehow I can fill with like our ideas, with our technologies. And that's what we're doing in Valetax. I believe we can talk about it
Yeah,
as
for
well.
sure. I'm also in this industry from like 8 years, and I have seen many brokers. So what is the differentiation between you and the other brokers? And I just want to ask you one thing: how big you guys are, and what your further plans to initiate your business in India, especially in Asia?
Yeah, very good question. So our story is really, really special because the majority of the brokers, how they start, they just take one technology provider, let's say one CRM provider, then they take another, could be trade provider, they take something else, and they just try to put all this thing together. And I spoke with lots of the CEOs, with other brokerages, and they're struggling with what they have because their business is framed by what the system providers can offer them. And I believe when you go to the majority of the brokerage websites, you can see that their CRMs are quite similar to each other. and the technology, the things that they can offer is more or less the same. So what we did, and it was way much more harder, it took us more money to invest, we started with developments. So my background is that I was never a developer. It was always my hobby. I just like to communicate with machines, with this language. And if you coded something, it will
Yes.
execute as it is.
Right.
If this is default, it just won't work, and you don't have anyone to blame. It's
Right.
simple as that.
Simple as that.
So we hired the development team, and I was the one who was leading. So of course, like I discussed with my partners, okay, how we would like to do this, what will be the business model. So we discussed all that, and then we hired the development team. And 6 months we've been preparing our own CRM. If when I tell someone in our industry that it took us 6 months to build the CRM, no one can
Yes.
believe us because it's really fast. But I knew good people, good talents that helped us to do it really, really fast.
The network, actually.
Uh,
You had the proper network.
Network of developers, I would
Right,
say like this.
right.
So we pick up like few people, really, really solid people, and then we hired already other guys who can help us to execute the things.
So there is one proverb also. Your real net worth is always your network.
Yeah, absolutely agree. So and again, if you like always honest to people, like if you respect people, they will never drop you and your request to help. Because when I came to the guy and told, look, we would like to start the brokerage, he had a good job in another place. But he, okay, no problem. Look, I immediately jumped. Let's do this, because it was always also my dream to participate in the project like that, because we can, for developers, it's also very important to fulfill their ideas,
Right.
that they are not just following something, but they know that they can share the ideas and these ideas will be implemented. So it took us 6 months to build our own CRM, and since that moment, we are doing what we want, and we are designing the product. We are creating the thing as we want it to be done. So that's why our system is really unique. We have a lot of unique features, and we have even our competitors who started copying us right
Yes.
now. I have lots of funny screenshots where I can see that parts of the members area copied, the text even are copied word to word. So it's a good sign that people
Yes.
starting to copy us.
Once people starting copying you, which means you are on a good path.
Yeah, I also think so.
Yeah.
So we're developing everything in-house. Our copy trade is built in-house. We know all the challenges that people are facing. So we try to simplify the things for them, like the partnership program. And we are keep adding and adding and adding new ideas. Lots of product we're going to release this year. So I believe these things makes us really special. And nowadays, we're 160 staff, even more, distributed between different countries. We're truly global. We're proud of this. We operate in Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, lots of countries in Middle East. We're entering Latin America right now. We're starting our operations in India. We are very happy to be here. I'm happy invited here with you guys.
This is your first time in India, I believe, right?
Yes, my first
Yeah.
time in India, and I really love India. And the food, it's just amazing.
Food is always amazing in India.
Yeah, food is amazing. Sorry for jumping from one topic from another, but the food topic is so special. I am
Right.
really big fan of this butter chicken, but I didn't look. I thought that butter chicken should be more or less the same everywhere, but now I'm realizing that only the name and the color is the same.
Yes.
Right.
The taste is absolutely different. I don't know how I can eat when I go back to Poland. Know this thing.
Okay, so if I would ask you just 5 very precisely, for 5 points wherein you are different from the other brokerage firms, Valetax is different. Just 5 points in probably one-liners or very briefly. Just 5 points wherein your company you think is different or you guys stand out in the market as compared to other people.
The first one I would say is that our product is unique. So what we are offering, this is unique thing. We are very fast in adjusting and adopting to the requirements. We are really proud that we always listen to the feedback from the people on the ground. So if someone is telling us, hey guys, we would like this and that feature to be implemented, if we know that this is solid, is really needed, we do this immediately. Like couple of weeks it can be done. Normally, it really impresses all our partners in the regions. The third thing I would tell that really amazing team, support team, risk team, which helps us to make sure that like when the clients come to the chat, we can address the issues quickly. So they're working 24/7. The expectation time on the line is like, less than, I believe, like 10, 20 seconds. Then all the withdrawals like are processed. We are like a very good tech team, and that's why even the withdrawals like processed automatically by the lots of different parameters how we analyze, because we need to make sure that everything is legit, there is no scam, the money is drawn by the client, not someone else, the system wasn't hacked, all these things. And the fifth I will tell is that, how we allow people in our team to lead certain projects, to not to be afraid of sharing the ideas. It's really important that we are hiring people to let them share what they feel. I really love this proverb that Steve Jobs told once, that we are not hiring, people
Yes.
to tell them what to do. We would
Right.
like them to tell us what to do.
What to do.
So we always listen to our country managers. It's really, really important because they know the market way much better than what we do, and the partners as well.
I completely agree with this one. So I would like to actually tell everybody day before yesterday, and then we've been together, I think, since past 2 days now. And then we were just discussing about some project wherein we were sitting, everybody was sitting on, we both were sitting over there, and then Victor was also there. So we were just discussing about a project, and then we asked that, what are your expectations from us? And then the very next moment we were told that we do not have any expectations, but what if, like the way you're supposed to think, what if you have endless boundaries, right? Think of the way that you have unlimited potential, and now what you can do. You were not supposed to actually stop anywhere. And that is when you said that, the last point that you mentioned, that you are actually very much, I would say, flexible and open about
Open to ideas.
open to
Yes.
ideas, working with the people around and the other teams as well. That's actually because, I mean, I completely agree to that. We both have personally experienced that.
Like
Mark-
we also do our own business. So if my team suggests me, ki sir, you have to do this thing, this will give more result, I say I'm giving you open hand, just do it. What I expect is the result. If you guys have some business plan, propose to me. I'll just go through it through my risk management. If it's work for our company, that's perfect.
Yeah, it's all about trial and error. Like you
Yeah.
always need to try. If it works, perfect. If
Business
it
is
doesn't,
it's like a
yeah.
trading only, trial and error.
yes, exactly.
Always.
You need to only make sure that mathematical expectation is on your side, and that's it.
Right.
So as you mentioned about the technology, so these days AI, EAs are coming into this industry. What is your take on this? They're gonna be the next money managers, or they're gonna be the so-called profitable traders? What's your take on this?
My take is simple, that AI came into the trading environment even before AI became popular
Yes.
as we see it nowadays. Because there was such thing as neural networks, which were working on MT4, and even the guys were doing special algos to train these neural networks on GPU processors. Back then, I didn't even know why they do this on GPU. So the guys explained me, okay, because GPU has higher processing rate, so it can process the information faster than normal CPU. And this is that's what is happening nowadays with the AI, right? They do all this on the processing. They're
tasks.
doing
HFTs.
this on the GPU cards,
Right.
and it started, and it never replaced the traders, the human. EAs are really, really good. So I can give one simple example. Maybe the audience is quite young; they don't remember this thing, but I precisely remember the day. It was, I think, it was January. I was in mountains with my friends, and the Swiss franc, the Switzerland, they decided to not to stick to the euro anymore, and they decided, okay, so like we are not like working together or something like that, and the exchange rate just like dropped by like 30% one day. It was like Swiss franc flash, something like that. They've been calling this. And before that moment, there were lots of different strategies which were working very well. So EAs were executing the strategy where like you have the range, and this range is controlled by European Central Bank, by Swiss Central Bank, that they've been keeping the exchange rate within the boundaries. It was like the range for 3 years or something like that. And there were
properly between certain levels.
yeah, between certain
Absolutely.
levels,
Yeah.
yes. And there were lots of EAs which were just like buying from the bottom and selling from the top. It's ideal strategy. It was
Right.
working for
In the
3
ranging
years.
market, that
In the
means, right?
ranging market,
Yeah.
yeah. And it was done artificially by the central banks. So everyone thought that, okay, it will last forever. So this is the combination of how EAs were executing, but people were giving the signal. But then one day, this flash crash happened. The government decided, okay, we're not following this rule anymore. And this euro CHF trading instrument just like, went down, I believe by 20% or something, or 30%. And all these range traders, because they've been trading like very high margin, they got stepped out. Traders lost almost everything that they made for the last 2 or 3 years. So after that happened, okay, traders started looking for new strategies.
Yes.
So I think EA and trader, they should augment each other. So EA can execute when human being just cannot execute the things. Because, for example, there are some strategies, again, like I've been trading a lot, I've been developing lots of EAs myself. So yeah, I can speak a lot about this topic. Yeah.
So as a trader, risk management is the biggest thing. So what is the biggest risk you have taken till now, which just paid off everything, and currently you are a CEO of topmost firm?
I would tell that from the CEO position, the biggest risk that we are taking right now is managerial decisions. So this is about the people. We need to put the stake on people and allow them to evolve and to develop, for example, the certain region, certain market. So we decide, okay, you'll be managing the region. And we are not asking any questions. So we just let the person, okay, you're managing, and we are taking that risk that, I don't know, maybe that person doesn't know the region very well, whatever else. So we're taking this risk, and it so far, maybe we're lucky, maybe we made really good risk analysis, I don't know.
It's been paying you off.
Yeah,
actually.
it was paying us off because all the bets were right. So all the people with who we started working, they were amazing. They were giving good ideas. Like, yeah, we were very happy with the outcome.
Okay, now I want to ask you, we'll start shifting to another perspective in the market. So, for example, there's a lot of buzz around the cryptocurrency market as of now. When Trump won the elections, BTC shot up, and then it gave the all-time highs. All the meme coins, the altcoins, they also started pumping up. And then recently there was a drop again. So it gave a good push to the market, ranging for a while, and then again the drop. Of course, where everybody is bullish on the cryptocurrency market, but from the brokerage perspective, from the firm's perspective, if I would say, what is your take on the digital assets in the cryptocurrency market, or maybe what are the few challenges that you actually face when people are trading cryptocurrencies, or they would want to invest in via the company? Are there any challenges about that?
Yeah, there are challenges when people are coming to us and they ask to trade certain coins like Trump coin or something else, which I feel is not like a scam, but it's not well backed up. And there are lots of these altcoins which are not very well funded, so there is no good expectation how the market can even move.
Right.
And from the brokerage perspective, this is kind of risky because clients, they come in, they expect normal price behavior, but then sudden things can happen. So we as a company, we don't want provide such high risk instruments for them to trade. So in my opinion, instruments like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others, they're kind of good. And nowadays, what is happening, just like increase of the volatility, and for traders, again, like maybe you need to differentiate traders and investors. For traders, it's always good to have volatility. For investors, this is just another good opportunity to buy the asset maybe at a better price.
Right.
So different audiences, they have different targets and what they want to achieve.
Okay, so as of now, the market is crashing, right? If I talk about the Indian stock market, US stock market, so as a trader perspective, what your view, market will turn bullish, market will go bearish, or what do you think, broker make much money in bullish market or bearish market?
Uh, the key is that the brokerage makes money from the commission. So as long as the broker makes money from the commission, we want traders just to trade more, to be more active. To be more active is possible only when there is volatility in the market. So volatility happens only when there is high level of uncertainty that nobody knows what is happening. Then the people are buying, selling, the price go ups and down. Actually, what is happening nowadays, because Trump came to the office, I believe himself doesn't know what he's going to do, right? And yeah, that's why price is moving. Look at the gold.
Right.
Gold is the best indication when
Yes.
there is high uncertainty in the world, and that's what I love about the charts, because by looking at the charts, you can understand what is happening in the world. Gold is going up. It means like nobody knows what is happening, and everyone just pumps the money into the gold. That's why like it's
the
keep growing,
safest asset.
safest asset, because nobody knows where to put the money in. So, but answering your question regarding the stock market and what is the best idea, I think that we need to follow the history, like all the indexes. And I'm not following much, unfortunately, the Indian market. But if you speak about the U.S. market, in the perspective of like on average like 10 years, the like the shares, the profit from the stock market is still going to bring you roughly like 5%. And
Yes.
my understanding of this is very simple: is that inflation is always there, right? We cannot beat the inflation. We always like every year 5%, 7% inflation. So prices go up, the services, the products the company is selling will go up, iPhones go up, subscription go up, right? So the price of the share will go up because the valuation of the company will go up. So yeah, of course there can be like, sudden periods when it's dropping.
Okay.
If there is no inflation, which means there is no appreciation in the asset, the value of the asset.
Yeah, then it means somehow company need to do really, really something special to grow up. But if we talk about SP 500, for example, like it's like all different companies, because definitely some company can do better, some company can do not so well, right? But in overall, simply because of the inflation, in my opinion, it can grow like 5% yearly.
Like you mentioned a very good point, wherein if people want to understand what is happening around the world, take a look at the charts. So, what is your take, if I would want to ask, or maybe your viewpoint on that? Because sometimes we do not know actually what is happening around, as you mentioned, right? There's war going on, and then the stock market is crashing, gold is going up, commodities are appreciating day by day. So if we would want to understand, the uncertainty, whether there's too much uncertainty in the market, or there's certainty, there's calmness around in the market, what should a trader or common man look at the chart and understand, or how can they do that?
In my opinion, just open daily chart, maybe weekly chart, and see how like price was moving from high to low. So what is the like average range for the price moving? So if it's really big, so it means like price going up and down, up and down. So yeah, there is high volatility and means like there is high uncertainty.
Now let's talk about some insider things. Like there are many brokers who earn from different wages, right? Somebody is charging the spread, somebody is charging the commission. So as per you, what is the ethical way how a brokerage firm will work, or how they have to do their business?
Well, ethical way is to charge the commissions or spreads. Actually, there is no difference, because the point is that when the trader opens the position, like buy and close, sell close, right? There is some charge. Either the commission is in spread, or this commission is somewhere else. It doesn't matter. You pay the spread. And the profit of the broker is this spread, like the commission. The same with the banks, exchanges, right? In a way.
Yes.
So there is spread when you exchange the currencies. So the same logic is applied here. And so just charge fair spread without any slippages or anything, just really fair trading conditions. That's what need to be done, needs to be provided to the trader.
As you mentioned, slippage, right? So there are many firms which I have seen in my past. They are just during the news when the market is very volatile. There is a spread goes up to 100 and even the slippage goes like $4, $5. So what do you think, this is like just because of the market, or there is something which is manipulating all this just to blow traders account and to make more commission, more money?
Unfortunately, this industry is getting like kind of dirty because of not very fair participants. I believe it happens because when people out of the industry just becoming the owners of the brokerages and just heard from someone, hey, look, it's like easy money, you can do this, and then they're getting to know how they can get even more money from traders without even understanding what is the trading itself. Like my background, I used to trade myself, so I know what it is. I saw all the traders, their trading patterns, and I can tell that in our company, we don't do these kind of practices. All this can be done, this can be artificially done. But when you're like a fair company, we don't do any kind of like slippages. It's not just like our business style. Some brokers, maybe they have to do this because they provide unrealistic conditions like 200% bonuses, unlimited leverages.
And even I have heard many times the MIBs are getting $30 per lot, $35 per lot. But if company is just charging the spread and commission, how would they pay off the MIBs this much?
Yeah, exactly. I heard that some IBs are receiving 120% of the spread.
Yes.
So again, mathematical expectation is very simple. Broker makes the money from the spread. Multiplied by the amount of the loss traders are trading. It's as simple as that. And if the mathematical expectation is against, so when you, like guys, see unbelievable conditions, most likely you're already in the trap. So you need to
Yes.
run away. So that's the
So
thing.
I would ask you one more question about this. Guys, you guys are also facing many problem how to choose your broker. So we have CEO here. He gonna tell us 3 things which will help you also to find out how to select a good broker and a legit one.
Very good question. In the first place, I would see how quickly broker processes your withdrawals. The second one is to, of course, check the spreads and the slippages. Regarding the spreads, you can, I believe, download a lot of indicators over the internet and just put the indicator on several instruments which will plot the highest and the average spread like every minute bar. So you can analyze it on your own. And then just try to open the trades during strong news releases and see whether you're going to get any kind of like requotes, no connection. There is no such a thing as no connection.
Right.
So when you try to open the position and it's like keep rolling and nothing is happening, it means that your guys already like dealer on the other side is doing something with you. It's the first sign that you need to run away from such a broker. The broker will tell, okay, there was like some technical issue. No, there are no like server either working or it's not working. So it's simple as this. So if there is the feed, there can be slight chance, but it won't execute at all. So it won't execute with the delay. So these 3 things are the key in my opinion.
Guys, if you want to trade with legit broker, which I am using right now, comment down broker, you will get a link in your DMs. Stay connected.
Now, Victor, we'll we'll move to another chapter of this podcast, the talk show. If I would want to ask you that, now that you know you're at a good position and one of the top brokerage firms as well, how do you actually maintain your work and life balance? Because being a trader, of course, markets are open 24 by 7, right? And you keep traveling all the time also. So how do you maintain? Because this is one of the very common problems, a lot of traders face. How do you maintain that?
The first thing, which is really, really important, and again, I believe everyone should find it for himself, but I started wake up at like 5:30 every day. I exercise, go to the gym, I run. I'm not doing any kind of like heavy exercising. It's just like to keep the body active. So it helps to like really, really reboot and start the day with like very, very energized and with the fresh mind. This really key thing. And regarding work-life balance, yeah, unfortunately with this I have problem. I need to admit this because we are still in very active
Right.
growth phase. And going to the bed, I'm sitting in the chats, I'm discussing with the teams all the issues, all the questions. Because again, we're like big, we're like talking like 12 different languages, like multiple regions, multiple time zones. So if I want to catch with one person, maybe it's already the morning, so I know I need to talk to this person. For example, with Latin America, I can speak only in the evening.
Right.
With Singaporean guys like Malaysia, I need to talk only in the morning. During the day, I can speak with developers who are in Poland. It's always like that.
It's
So
always going on because
exactly,
like now that you have a global presence, you have
right,
team in, I would say, in the traders mindset, in the New York session, in the London session,
right.
and in the Asian session as well. And sometimes you're on the you're towards the west, and sometimes you're traveling towards the east. I think it might be, it's not easy to actually connect with the entire team all the time. So it has to be very specific, and then probably scheduling is the right thing that you would do.
Yes, exactly. So all the calls are like already set and scheduled. Then I know the meetings which I need to attend. So yeah, I believe this is the only thing which helps a lot.
So, what would you suggest to our audience about leadership and wisdom?
I would like to share from my experience that you shouldn't ever hesitate to delegate the things to other people. It's always very, very tough at the beginning to entrust someone to do something, and you always feel, okay, I can do this better. But unfortunately, we have only 24 hours a day, and we have to sleep a bit, right? So it's easily less than 20 hours. The only way how we can succeed as the leaders and to perform lots of things which are happening is to delegate and find the right people who can be your representatives for certain tasks.
Okay. Now, if I want to ask you like two questions, probably they're very much similar, but they have different answers to it. First of all, like how do you handle the hard times? For example, in the trader's perspective, we have stop losses sometimes. We lose money, and it's very common. But from the managerial perspective, and handling the firm perspective, there are hard times wherein you thought maybe there's a particular agenda that's not been met. There's a task that has not been done, probably because of you or the team, and there's some rigidness in the team. That's question number one. And I would want to ask you another thing, that three habits that you would say that you actually practice every single day that would actually help you to keep your mind calm and then striving every single day. So these are the two questions. How
Okay.
would you answer to that?
Okay, so regarding the first question, in my opinion, um, the toughest thing is again how I told to delegate the things to other people, and
Like the hard times, when
yeah,
you need to
so
motivate the entire team as well, probably yourself as well.
yeah, I would tell that we need to try to. So what I'm doing, I'm trying just to reboot myself by like closing the computer, just going for a walk, and try to think about something else. I don't think there is any kind of like secret recipe what you can do, because we're still thinking about like our failures. But the key thing we always need to remember our like roadmap, our long-term goal. So if we still like following the goal, there will always ups and downs. It's normal to accept, again, like with losses. So if you know that, again, mathematical expectation, I love this thing on your side, that, right, you cannot have like your take profit be 1/10 of your stop loss, right? It never bring you
Yes.
to a successful trader. The same here, like you can make like 1, 2 bad decisions, but you need to have like 10 good decisions at the same time.
Right.
So it should work on your favor. So as long as you understand that, like in overall, you are still doing right things. You shouldn't be too much worried about these failures. It's just like expense, right?
And the three habits that you
Yep. 3 habits. The first one, how I told you, is like to go for a walk and maybe run, because to exercise, it helps a lot to
refresh the mind.
refresh the mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'm really big fan of double espresso. It helps me to energize a lot.
I can personally agree on that.
Yeah, I love it. And the third thing I would tell is to meet with friends, because all human beings, we're created to socialize. And socializing in a way that not just like calling someone or chatting, but like going and meeting someone face to face. It helps us to reboot and to switch our mind, some way, and then we come back already refreshed. So these 3 things.
So guys, let's come to the most tempting part of our conversation. So if today I want to open my own brokerage firm, what are your 3 advice you have to give me as well as our audience?
I would suggest people to follow my experience, what I had. The first one is to make sure that you have enough experience to understand the knowledge, how this market works, like not just like what is the take profit, stop loss and pips, right? But in a wider perspective. So I would advise still at the beginning, maybe go and work for some brokerage company. You're going to collect lots of experience. I would tell that the dealing desk is the best part, where you can see lots of traders. You'll see all the dynamics of the market. So the second one would be to, again, following my experience, like finding good partners with who you can troubleshoot the ideas, come with like amazing solutions. So, and who can augment you, because you cannot cover everything. All of us can be like more marketing oriented, dev oriented, like or whatever else, right? But we cannot cover all the aspects. And the third one I would tell is like to be brave. So
Brave enough.
as simple as that. Yeah, just like to give it a try, because if you never try, you never know.
Entrepreneurship is it's a
It's
mindset.
Always.
it's about taking the risk.
Trial
Yeah.
and hit, always.
Yes.
So, Victor, let's suppose there is one person who just passed his high school, right? And he just want to get into business or entrepreneurship. So, what are the main key factors or advice you would like to like give him or help him to his journey will become very swift?
I would tell to be persistent, to be very, very attentive to details, and learn a lot. And of course, to socialize, to meet interesting people. So if you want to enter a specific industry, you need to try to find the mates with who you can communicate, and you will collect a little bit information from here, a little bit information from there. And nowadays it becoming even easier, because when I was studying, there were no podcasts. You were not even able to get the information. And nowadays you can go online and like it's full of data. You can get any knowledge you want. You just need to make sure that you are consistent enough to have this dream and just like keep doing this every day.
What's the now that you have you see a lot of people who are probably joining your firm, or people getting into the investment side, the traders who are upcoming traders. What's the most common mistake that you see that investors make? For example, I am an investor. I want to invest my money probably into the digital assets, or maybe buying something in the share market, in the stock market, or I want to become a trader. right? So what are the one of the most common things that you've noticed that, this is a very common mistake people make, and how can they actually avoid it?
Yeah, again, let's speak about these two type of different
Uh-huh.
audiences. So regarding investors, in my opinion, they need to be always brave to buy at the bottoms when
Okay.
you feel that the market is crashing right now. So it's just good moment to buy. The ideal strategy is like to keep buying like every week, slowly, slowly, slowly. You just buy, buy,
Buy the dip.
because you never know the right price.
Right.
Because even if it's growing up, maybe it will grow even further. So this is the reality. And if you guys feel that the broker knows the future, no, it doesn't work like this. So we also don't know what is going to happen next second. If we knew
Right.
this, yeah, it would be a different story. The market won't exist. And regarding traders, the biggest mistake a bit of which traders are doing is that they unfortunately cut their profits very quickly but let their losses run. And this
They're
is
not patient enough.
yeah, not patient enough. And because from our day-to-day activity, we are okay to spend the money, so we are okay to like do the losses, right? But regarding the profits, it's always tough for us to like see the profit, which is coming from nowhere. That's why the majority of people, they tend to close the trade really fast when they see some profit. But they should do the opposite thing. So guys, just try to keep the profits longer and cut your losses fast.
Patience is the key in the
Yes.
trading market, I think. Yeah.
So guys, let's move to the another part of this conversation. Now we're gonna sneak peek into the firm Valetax, and we'll ask our CEO what are the things they are working on, new projects, some insider news, which will also help you, and you guys will also get some major opportunities. So don't miss it. Keep watching this video. So as of now, what is your most exciting project and your further plans, which you just want to give us like an insider news?
Like
You
it's
didn't
not
tell
it's
your team also.
it's not out there in the market. So and this is the first time you're actually telling it on the camera to somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. So there are a couple of things on which we are working right now. The first is the loyalty points system. So all the traders would be able to collect loyalty points when they trade with us. Not even trade, even they like log in, when they verify their account, when they try mobile application, when they have birthday, lots of different things, activity of their direct clients, they will be able to get the points for lots of different things. And then they can exchange these points into different bonus, welcome bonus, deposit bonus, or they even can exchange with the products, so can get some really nice hoodie or something else. Yeah. Out of the other things that we want to reveal is the contest system. We also have the contest where traders will be able to compete with each other. Different networks would be able to have their own contests, different types of contests, different duration, different prices. So we're building the engine for it. And one more thing is that we would like to add more gamification to this industry, because our audience is quite young, and we know that unfortunately sometimes we're losing the money in trading, but still we would like to have some kind of like good feelings even after the bad trading day. So what we're implementing, we are building the different badging system for traders. For example, like the fast profit, the biggest profit in a minute. We're still designing all the things, but the idea would be that traders would be able to collect all these badges, and they will have like a public page where they would be able to show it to your friends. Hey, look, I collected that amount of the badges. Right now I'm struggling to get that one, like the longest client, the client who deposited the biggest amount, or whatever. So we are working with our marketing on this right now.
So it will just boost their motivation, as well as they have that kind of souvenir or like achievement. Okay, if I'm not making money through trading, at least I have this achievement with me.
Yes, exactly. This is very good, like point. Yes.
That's sort of a motivation, right?
Yes, additional motivation for them.
Okay, so like you mentioned previously that even if you're a broker, you cannot predict the market. Like we do not know what exactly is the scenario. But as an individual, like if I ask you as an individual, what do you think would be the next move in the market? Where is the economy going for the next 2 to 3 years? And as a noob investor, like somebody who is in the market, jumping into the market, what should be what should be we be prepared for? What do you think about that? What's your
Um,
take?
my point is that I'm kind of like statistical guy, so get how I told I don't believe that we can predict the future,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately. So again, if we are investors, we need to follow this strategy. Just like keep buying, because again, inflation is there, and sooner or later the price will go up. Uh, it was like this for ages, and the history will simply repeat, regardless of what is happening in our turmoil world right now.
Mm-hmm.
It will repeat. If you're the trader, this is good market right now. I believe the next year for sure, because there will be lots of volatility, lots of interesting opportunities. So maybe you can focus more on trend strategies instead of like range-based strategies.
Okay, so two things that you mentioned, that's there on the radar of the upcoming projects and the trends. There's something also that we discussed about, how traders would be. You're planning to actually gamify the trading industry. So what can you tell me more on that?
So we're planning to create the product. We are already building this,
Okay.
which will help the traders to get the achievements, not for making the profits, but at the same time, when they hit interesting targets
Mm-hmm.
like the big lot trade, fast profit, big deposit, longest trade taken, different badges. And we'll have the system where we'll post these badges internationally. So there will be like a special page which trader can show to his friends,
Mm-hmm.
and there will be also public page where he can see how he stands out of all the clients that Valetax has right now.
Okay.
So like multiple regions, and he can see how successful he is.
Okay, so Victor, if I ask you, like, if there's somebody new in the market, they would want to join. As a new trader, what would be the perks, the advantages that a new trader will get if they join your particular firm?
The first is the multiple deposit options which we
Okay,
offer to our clients. Then 24/7 customer support if they have
okay.
any issues. Then the high leverage that we are providing,
Mm-hmm.
multiple account types where they can trade, MT4, MT5 trading platforms, because some brokers providing only MT5. Nowadays it's really tough to get MT4. Yeah, I believe these five things, and of course the competitive spreads. When we entered the market, we analyzed all the competitors. We made sure that the spreads are the best. We don't have any slippages, but regarding slippages and all this, you need to try yourself. You
Okay.
need to see an experiment.
And another thing that a lot of people when they join the trading industry and then they get through a broker, they're not actually able to get the proper support. So in your company in the Valetax, what is the perk? The if I would ask the better thing that of how do you actually support your customer, because a lot of people, the only problem that they have is that there's some deposit issue, there's
Delays.
withdrawal issues, there's slippage issues, or probably the breakout issues. But in your particular firm, what do you think that you have when you say that you have a proper support system, a customer support system? Is it actually 24 by 7, or how can people easily get to you, or
Yeah.
they can get the support?
So it's true 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like we have chatbots which try to forward your question to the email or something like this. It is true 24/7. And we have certain teams which can resolve the problem. So we have customer support team which
Mm-hmm.
can be the first level of the problem resolution. If they cannot resolve it, they go to another team internally and they resolve it very fast. We have risk team which is available 24/7 as well, so they can analyze all the trading issues, any gaps during news releases or whatever, 24/7 as well.
Mm.
And the beauty about it is that myself and my partners, we are in all these chats as well, so we always see what kind of issues our staff is facing. And if we see that someone is stuck and there is a problem which cannot be resolved, of course, we are not answering all this, but we see that something is happening, we can immediately interfere and try to resolve the problem as fast as we can.
So guys, now we just burst some myth as we have a broker with us. So usually there is a saying in the market 90% of the trader fails, right? So as you are a broker, you have all the records of your trader. What is the actual percentage or what's the roughly idea ki how much trader make in a month in terms of capital, in terms of ROI and in terms of number.
Okay, so there are different traders. So of course, like someone can lose, someone can win, and we have lots of success stories as well. So we have people who manage to build the account from $100 to 50,000. Of course, they can do this. You just need to be consistent. You need to follow your strategy, and definitely going to have success. But still, there are traders who are losing the money, and I don't know how these statistics is calculated, but in our case, in our company, the ratio is not like that. It's way much lower, in a way that we still have more traders who are like on the winning side than on the losing side. Again, as long as the mathematical expectation is there, and as long as we cover our expenses through the spreads, we are absolutely fine, and we are okay with that.
Okay.
So in next 10 years, what is your expectation from this Forex industry or the US market?
10 years is kind of big period. Lots of things can happen, and definitely the market will be continue being like bullish. Regarding forex market, it won't go anywhere because companies still need to exchange the currencies. It will exist. It will continue. Cryptocurrencies as well, because in my opinion, the blockchain, the technology itself is just like amazing, and it will never ever go away. Maybe some altcoins somehow will disappear, but there will be new one which will substitute this. So it will keep
So
growing.
you are into this business from roughly 20 years, right?
Yes.
So have you ever seen the trend change in traders?
I think traders are becoming more knowledgeable. They know what to ask from the broker. They know what to expect. So you cannot. I remember the days when I was working in the dealing department, and the execution of the trades was manual. So when the trader was opening the position, we had the button to execute,
The
not
trade,
execute,
yeah.
requote, execute. So I've been clicking these buttons.
Right.
So nowadays everything is already automated. It doesn't exist anymore. So system improved, and the traders also improved a lot. There are so many EAs available. You can go to the market, buy so many interesting EAs, and these EAs make money. You just need to make sure that it's not money printing machine, cannot give you 100% per month, but steady, slowly income, yeah, it can make. There will be some losses, but in the overall, yeah, it still can make money.
Okay, so if, like, this is a personal question, if not in the trading industry, what is there any other industry that you think, or you maybe thought that you could actually enter into, because you've been in this industry since a very, very long time now.
I think that I would go to maybe developments, IT, project management, something like this,
Okay.
because I was always, it's my passion to develop the things, to build the
Uh-huh.
things. So I think that, yeah, I would be doing something like in this area.
Okay, so we'll now shift towards the rapid fire round. One motivational quote that you have.
I would tell that you cannot predict the future, better you build it.
Perfect.
Okay. One business app that you cannot live without.
Empty form. I told you, every day.
Okay. One non-negotiable habit every day in your life that cannot go anywhere.
Yeah, double espresso.
Okay. One thing that you always tell yourself when you are low key on some days.
There'll be better times. Yeah, we need to get through this.
So now I'm moving towards some funny rapid fire. So you just have to just answer it very quickly,
Okay.
right? What if your company is an animal? What it would be?
Lion.
Oh, I was expecting tiger basically.
Very close.
Very
Yeah,
close.
very close.
Yeah.
What is the weirdest thing you have done to just motivate your staff?
I like doing some funny videos which our video team is preparing for me. So yeah,
If you could have a superpower, how you can change your entire company.
I would like to see what in the minds of the people and to find who's the highest efficient person and to motivate that person even more.
So, what is the funniest thing you ever had in your office or in your daily routine?
I was asked by my shooting team to do the shooting in the right format. The camera should be standing like that. And I don't have like tripod or anything over there. So I had to stack lots of boxes of like monitors, screens, and everything just to make sure that I have the height
Angle.
of it. Yeah,
Even
Right
my
angle.
even my media team also complained me about all these things. When my media team is not with me, they say, "Okay, Arnav sir, just shoot this part." And I was looking for tripod or some other person. Can you please help me? And then I called him sometimes. Come to studio. We have to shoot.
I was alone a day in the office, so no one was able to help me.
Recently, what we did was, because every time we had to go to the studio for shoot, so most of the times, we spend the time while driving. So we decided that, we'll just get the car mount to shoot the videos. So we put it on the windshield, and then we just put the phone, start recording. Anytime we want to talk or do anything, we just start recording, and then we send the direct doc file to the editing team. God knows, do whatever you want to do with that.
And then we
Take
complain.
as many
The
as
quality is
reels
not
or
good.
anything.
Video is jittering.
There's too much of noise. Okay, this is cracking. This is not supposed to be done. There's more to it that you can add. So this sort of things, it goes between the production team and the mentors and everything.
What's your hidden talent that nobody knows?
Hidden talent.
Yeah, even I want to know about that.
Well, I'm not sure what can we call the talent, but I used to be kind of like a boxer in the past. So
Really?
yeah, but
This is really like
but it's
shocking
not
for me
talent.
also.
But
Yeah.
it's not talent.
It's a
just
talent only.
It's a hobby. It's a thing that nobody knows, but then it's sort of a hidden talent.
Yes. Okay, guys, and maybe I would like to ask the question:
Yeah.
how would you describe the Indian client? Because we would like to create the best condition, the best experience with the Indian market. Tell me, what is your experience? How you would see the Indian client? What he looks for?
See, people in India, I've personally seen is that they want to make there's still the mentality of making quick money, and then the aggressiveness in the traders. There's one thing that a lot of people miss out on in India, and they actually crave for it, is the support. So if there's a takeaway that you want to take from me, is that your support team has to be really strong for particularly the Indian market, because sometimes the people would not be able to understand. They might call again and again, and then they might need a dedicated manager or a sub manager or an additional assistant manager, something like that. So people, because it's too aggressive and we're not able to hold it, right? We might take the trade, but then we might not hold it for long enough. That's one thing.
Understood. Understood. Thank you for your insight. Okay, and what is your take on that?
So my take is like I'm having many currently I'm having a community of over 1500 students, and every time message which I got is there is delay in withdrawals. I deposit through local bank. There is issue. I keep calling broker. They are not reverting me. They are only chatbots on the website. So as Yash also mentioned, everybody needs a RM, relationship manager, who can help them. And if you really want to like get quick into the Indian market, I would suggest you to do the content in local languages, because in India there are like so much of languages, right? If you travel to like 100 kilometer from here, then there is some different language. So you just have to find out some good traders in different regions, which can help to grow like rapidly in India.
Understood. Okay, thank you very much for your insights, guys.
Let's go
All
ahead.
right, I think it's time to wind up. And thank you so much. We had a great session, and it was a great talk. We actually got to know a lot about you as well, and then what exactly is the scenario around the globe. You got to know about the Indian market as well. It was a nice talk.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
for having me.
All right, and if you want to understand and if you want to know that which broker do we use, that's Valetax first of all. If you want the firm's link, you can comment down below. We will send you the link. If you want to understand how exactly the withdrawals work, what is the slippage, what is the market scenario when there's a news, and what exactly is the perks of using Valetax as your firm, as your broker, we can actually help you out on that. Let us know in the comments below if you have any questions around that, and maybe if you want to add something to that.
Yeah, if you guys want to open your account and facing issue in withdrawals and deposit, you can directly DM us. We can help you. We can provide you RM who will help you directly in all these things. And if you are facing some issue to create an account, just comment down below. Our team will contact you very soon. And I hope you guys get very good knowledge how broker works, what are the perks for new traders, and how big is Valetax is, because it's very difficult to directly have conversation with CEO or directors, but the guy himself just in front of us and giving us this opportunity to just boost and help all the traders around the globe. Stay connected, guys. Keep watching.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Victor. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me. See you with Valetax.